never give up, baby. Look at that beautiful sun, and it feels good on my back because it is chilly out here. The wind is blowing. The goal is to never give up, never quit, baby. Your little country bumpkin has been overbooked, and I am trying to meet my goal for the week and clear up everything and satisfy every request that is the goal is to never give up, never quit. We can accomplish anything in this lifetime as long as we believe and never give up. You know, um, when we give up, we can't. Oh, look at the baby! He done got big. Look at the baby. I know, right? My buddy, he had a little baby. Now he can bring the baby to work with him now. Um, but see, when we give up, we prematurely, we don't get to see the promise. See, we don't get to see the promise. In order to reach the promise, all we got to do is just keep on going. And it get hard sometimes, it get tough sometimes, you get opposition sometimes, you want to give up sometimes, you need to cry sometimes, you want to pout sometimes, you want to look to your left and your right for comfort sometimes, and it ain't even there. But keep on going. It builds you. See, when you're working towards a goal, your dreams, and you're getting it the right way, and you're staying on that thin and narrow path, it builds character. It builds confidence. It builds resilience. It strengthens your tenacity, you know? And then not only that, you get to see and observe, you learn a lot of things. God may show you a way that or how not to be based on allowing you to see someone that's already in a certain position that you are working towards to place yourself in with the help of God, but he don't want you to move like how they move. He don't want you to get it like how they got it. So you learn all of that. Everything is a learning experience, right? But in order to get to your promise, you must never give up. You must never give up. Nothing beats a failure but a trier. My aunt told me that several years ago. She was a retired school teacher, taught over 30 something years, retired. They wanted her to come back because her kids' performance was just so exceptional. And so she came back. She would have her little stick. She would spank the children when they need to be spanked, even though, they have these laws where you can't touch kids and all that. You need to go back to the old school way of doing things when you have people who have the love of God in them. My um, aunt's children were excelling so much. They wanted her to, as her children progressed, I think in one year or some years ago, when her children progressed to the next age, they wanted her to keep that group and keep progressing or teaching them. They were so exceptional. Many of her children, she taught the kids that she taught the children's parents and the parents, grandchildren, and stuff like that. A lot of those kids, they grew up to be lawyers, doctors, some teachers. They always reach back at her. I remember she always used to tell me, nothing beats a failure but a trier. And that always stayed in my spirit. And there's been some goals. You see, many of you see a little country bunkin working a lot. It's in my blood. And there's some goals that I set for myself that um, that's not average. The big goal. There's a big goal I set for myself, and I'm not gonna say what that is when it is accomplished. I may be revealing it after I accomplish it. God could make it so that I accomplish it um, before this year is out, right? But I've set some things in place and I've worked towards some things. I've written a vision. I've never given up, even with trials, even with people that wanted to come and kick me down, even with people that don't even know me, that tried to be a stumbling block in my way. I kept on going. Even with people saying things to try to break your spirit, even with people trying to hurt you with lies, I kept on going. You must be resilient. That is the only way to make it and be successful and to obtain your goals. You have to know how to walk through the fire and trust God. You have to trust God. Without God, we can't make it. But when God is for you, he will continue to renew your strength. So even though you're walking through the fire, they know what they're doing. They're deliberately trying to burn you or burning you, but you're still going and you look like you're untouched. They may smell the stench of the smoke, but you are untouched, like how the three Hebrew boys came out of that fiery furnace, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, when they refused to bow down and serve Nebuchadnezzar statue, right? They said, with all due respect, sir, we won't bow down and serve your God, your statue. We won't bow down to it. If our God will save us, has the power to save us, then he can save us. And that's what he did. When they put him in there, God didn't allow the fire to even touch them, right? And so when you want to see the promise, the thing is to never give up. You have to keep going and keep trusting God, right? And so my big goal, I believe that maybe I should be accomplishing that big goal maybe by the summer of 2025, or maybe by early 2026. We don't know. We have to see how things continue to play out, because we know with all of the things that the enemy has been doing behind the scenes, the world is on the brink of a third world war. However, if there's a delay in that, if God pulls a ram in the bush and puts a new leader in power that can undo all of this turmoil that is brewing to explode, and even if he puts a new leader in power that tries to undo it, there is still a possibility we still may see World War III. However, I do know that the prayers of the righteous avail much, and it is written, if my people who are called by my name shall turn from their wicked ways, humble themselves and pray, I will hear from them and I will heal their land. And so we know what the power of prayer can do as well. And we know that when there is righteous leadership involved and God is in the mix, then we can see things that were meant for bad turn to good, right? And so anyway, my goal, my biggest goal may be accomplished. I may be making that announcement by the summer of 2025 or early 2026. And if God says different, I could make it way sooner than that. But I am close to a goal where many people didn't even understand or don't even know about, but they saw your strength. They saw your outer appearance, you see, and they wanted to stop you. They saw your boldness. They saw your creativity. They saw the things you were doing. They saw how you just didn't, rely on much people. You just kept focused, and they felt like it was their job to get in, try to break your focus, but you kept on going, right? You're gonna see your promise. The goal is to keep going. Never give up. Keep going and keep trusting God. That's just my little 2 cents. Have a blessed day. It was cold this morning. Now the sun is coming. I told my buddies at Icebox, I said, I'm canceling my membership at the end of this month because I do not come on. I can't come and get frozen from the cold. I said, I see y'all after October. I'll see y'all maybe next year. You know, I don't, when it's cold outside, I'm not going to the Icebox to get frozen. I wait till next year and start back, you know. But anyway, y'all have a blessed day. If nobody told you that they love you today, then you already know your little country bunking sister loves you. We are the light of the world. Don't ever let the light grow dark, baby. Keep shining bright. And we know that the blood of Jesus is the only blood that has power. Never give up. Keep trusting him. Keep trusting him. If you give up, you can't see the promise. You want to see the promise, then you can't give up. Keep moving.